Hello everyone, I am Deepak Kabra, Head of Emerging Corporates IndusInd Bank. Welcome to the Level Up series, our fireside chat today. This is on navigating business growth for emerging corporates in India. Today we have two distinguished speakers who are successful in their respective businesses. They have steered their companies through the complexity of growing in highly competitive markets. They will there share their insights, strategies and experience on various aspects of business growth. Our discussion will cover various topics such as achieving growth in competitive market, fostering innovation, implementing course correction, exploring new markets, and role of financial partner like IndusInd Bank in supporting their growth. To start, I would like to introduce our first speaker, Mr. Manish Shah. He is Managing Director of Magnum Cargo Private Limited, which is an integrated logistic company. And my right hand side, it's Mr. Kelvin Kohli. He is Managing Director of Skyway Group, one of the leading manufacturer and supplier of ready-mix concrete. They supply to renowned builders and contractors in MMR region. Their company is ISO 9001 certified. Let's begin by hearing a brief overview of each company's growth journey. I would like to start with Mr. Kelvin. You have grown over the periods from starting 20 years back. Today you are 750 crore top line company. I want to understand a little bit about your growth journey and the milestone which you have achieved. What journey you have taken, what steps you have taken to reach at this level.
Thank you, Deepak ji. Thank you for inviting for the Level Up. So basically, we are into ready-mix concrete. We in 20 years back, we are completing 20 years in this next month now.
Oh,
and in 20, thank you. And we just started with one single plant in Bombay, and today we are having 20 batching plants, doing around 1 million cubic meter of concrete. That's a huge number. Our presence is basically in Mumbai only. I remember we started with the first year turnover of 4 crores, and within 10 years we achieved 400 crores. Okay. And within 10 years, we were among the top suppliers, manufacturing suppliers of RMC in Mumbai. And 5 years back, we entered into Thana region, where again we entered just with one plant, and today we are having 5 batching plants, and again we are among the top largest supplier of concrete there. Just 2 years back, we have started our new region of Navi Mumbai. We are just 2 years old there, and as we are talking, we are setting up the third batching plant in Navi Mumbai. So that's how the growth journey has been. All thanks to our clients, our bankers, everyone have been stood by.
How critical you are in their business in terms of like a builder or an infra company?
Right now, we should be the best preferred vendor to all our customers, and that's because our focus has been always towards our consciousness towards the quality and the customer needs. So we kept on changing ourselves as per customer needs and their quality requirements. That's what we got us here.
So how much time it took you to reach this 750? I think I'm sure initial 100 crore and 200 crore was very difficult journey, and then gradually you need to change your mindset and everything. So how it has happened?
So we have seen, our industry has seen lots of ups and downs in the last 20 years. First 10 years were definitely difficult, but I think once again the bankers got confidence in us, they kept on funding and the growth kept on going. So I will again say that the banker always played a major role in our growth story. So
in this journey, there are a lot of change in mindset in terms of hiring people, processes, improvement, and everything. So how you have taken this innovation and everything along this journey?
The first 10 years, I would say we were pretty much a Babu company, where we didn't have professionals handling it. And then we realized the need, after you reach a certain level, you will need professionals to run the company. And that's where we got the industry specialists and professionals. And since last 10 years, the clientele itself has changed, where from a typical Babu company to a very semi-corporate company, I would call ourselves. But that really changed the perspective of our company, the way our customers look at us as a vendor, the perspective totally changed. And that professionalism really helps. Right from correcting your numbers, correcting your systems, correcting and right from treating your customers, treating your vendors, all these factors played a major role. And that professionalism gave us a bigger leap and faster leap.
Manish, can you start by describing growth journey of your company and few milestone which you have achieved?
Thank you, sir. Magnum Cargo is a long story. I've started this company on 1989. 84 to 89, I was working on the same industry when I was studying in SSC, then the part-time job. You know, at the time of the family is always allowing to do the job on part-time basis. So 84 to 89, I have done the job in the same industry. 89, I have started my own without the finance, basically. Then 92, I got the first customer. Within 2-3 years, we got struggling about the customers and all that. 92, I got first customer of pharmaceutical industry. Then later on, about 2000, we have started the private limited company. We have formed a private limited company. The directors is my family-owned company. And then we have started to take finance from the bankers. And in the view of that, we have targeted the pharma companies because I have studied all the garment industry, fashion industry, other industry. The pharma companies I have got work on 24/7, all 365 days. So there is no slack period on the pharma companies. And after 2000, our main growth has started. Then we have taken a finance from the bankers, and till today, almost about 30 years, uh, we have grown about 350 crore company now. We have now more targeted about 20-30% per annum, and this is a short story. We have done the lot of struggle while starting between 89 to 2000 on the 11 years, because we don't have finance, we don't have much business. And then I started to take these pharma companies. I started with the 2 people. Now currently we have got almost 180 staff all India, and we have got 6 offices. Plus we have got our own office in US from past 11 years. So with the support of pharma industry and with the IndusInd Bank, we are doing good.
So Calvin ji, you are working in such a competitive environment, competitive market. What is your growth mantra?
Conscious focus on the quality and the customer needs. So we, during this journey, we kept on changing ourselves with newer machinery, new technologies which are required by the industry. That focus and that conscious effort towards changing kept on going us here, brought us here. So that's the major mantra, what the customer would need.
So it's a dynamic world and you have to keep on innovating is what I believe. So like to remain relevant, what kind of initiatives, programs you have driven internally in terms of your people, process, machinery?
So for all these innovations is a continuous process. It is not a one innovation that you come to it and that you just sit on it. So in our industry, we kept on getting innovative machineries. Then we kept on going to the world of concrete, the exhibition that used to happen around the world. And with that, actually implementing that was the most important. So recently, when we were in World of Concrete in Vegas, my team was there. So we realized that Mumbai is doing the highest grade of concrete all over the world. They were surprised to understand that we are doing grade of M80, 90s, 100s, which they were not too much into it.
So this is basically strength.
The strength of the concrete I'm talking about. So that was not that they were not doing regularly. The kind of volume we are doing in Mumbai is tremendously high. So getting to that level and the changes throughout this journey with our consultants, with our people around,
Yeah, quality is the key.
quality and see the technology also that we have to use the latest technology. You cannot use old past technology and then use it and just काम चलाओ ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है. You have to be right there.
So one thing, one clue which I am getting is, whichever industry you are there, you have to keep on innovative. What is happening around the world, you should be updated about.
And consciously changing yourself. Just knowing is not important. Constantly changing towards it.
Great insight. Thanks, Calvin ji. Manish ji, the question is to you: how competition influence your business?
See, first of all, I agree on Kelvin ji's statement. We have to upgrade first ourselves and to upgrade the team also and to upgrade the software also. That is a regular process for all the industry. Like custom is, we have working 24/7 working on the custom. Custom is upgrading themselves. We are upgrading themselves. We giving the training to our staff. We are giving the knowledge to the customer. So especially what we are doing, I am visiting every year at least once for all my customers. What is to go in their office, to meeting with their people, to their directors, and the same feedback I am giving to my staff or my CEO. We have got a good team of people like CEO, finance directors, and all that. We are upgrading every time. They are upgrading to their team.
मतलब आप वो क्या कर रहे हैं, उनके बिजनेस में क्या चेंजेस आ रहे हैं, वो आपको अपने बिजनेस में कैसे इम्प्लीमेंट करने हैं.
ओके, क्या कस्टम ऑनलाइन हुआ तो वी हैव टू इन्फॉर्म टू द कस्टमर दैट कस्टम अभी ऑनलाइन है. आप ये भी ड्यूटी डायरेक्ट पे कर सकते हो. डॉक्यूमेंट्स आप भी डायरेक्ट हम फाइल करेंगे तो भी आपको उनके जो नंबर से वो डायरेक्ट आपके ईमेल में भी आ सकते हैं. ऑन दैट साइड उनको क्या चाहिए कि उनकी कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट है कि नहीं कस्टम ऐसा नहीं ऐसा होएगा तो दैट वे वी आर पासिंग टू आवर स्टाफ इवन टू विद द मीटिंग विद द आवर एयर कार्गो एसोसिएशन जो है उसमें भी भाई ये कस्टमर को ऐसा चाहिए ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है. वी हैव टू इनोवेट एवरी डे बिकॉज सी आपको हर रोज मैं खिचड़ी खिलाऊंगा तो आप नहीं खाएंगे. तो वी हैव टू इनोवेट एवरी डे एंड द कस्टमर्स लाइक दैट.
In fact, the new technologies that keep on coming, we have to educate our customer also. They have to adapt to these new systems. And luckily in India, we people are adaptive to new things, and that's how the growth. That's the reason we are seeing such faster growth.
Currently, every age of people are necessary. I got a staff who is almost with me from last 30 years. We are upgrading to him or her also. That you have to come with the previously you are typing, now you are doing the computer, how automatically it comes, everything. So we have to upgrade the team. See, we can take a new generations. They are too fast. New generations is too fast. They know it, but still all generations is working with us. So we are taking a new staff, even the experienced staff also, and we are upgrading to everybody on the same platform.
So as a leader, innovation is very important, and I really appreciate that you are going to customers' place, understanding their issues, and then actually you are trying to implement. But as a leader, at times it is difficult. मेरे साथ जो काम कर रहे हैं वो भी उस पेस पे मेरे साथ चले, तो उसके लिए एज ए लीडर आप क्या कर रहे हैं?
See, mostly the training to them. एक ही है कि उनको हर मंथ में you have to appoint a training staff कि by training outside trainers, inside trainers, from their industry trainers. There are all the industry, whoever is retired, they are taking a trainers on. So we are every year we are appointing one trainer. The department wise they are giving the training. So क्या क्या उनमें चाहिए, we must have to upgrade. नहीं तो वो लोग पीछे जाएंगे, अपन आगे चलेंगे, and then it will not match the business. So that is the first thing we have to give a training to them. And मेरे क्या सोच है, मैं कहाँ जाना चाहता हूँ वो भी उनको बताता हूँ. हर महीने एक दफ़े with the HODs, management is meeting with them. Management sits in with the HODs कि हमको कहाँ जाना है. Then HOD sits with their down the line staff कि मैनेजमेंट को यहाँ जाना है. तो उसके हिसाब से पूरा बजट मीटिंग विद द HOD करते हैं आउटसाइड बॉम्बे और आउटसाइड इंडिया, और उनको पूरा 3 दिन पूरा ये करते सिखाते. वी आर गिविंग द ट्रेनिंग कि हमको यहाँ जाना है, ये साल यहाँ जाना है. तो दे आर गिविंग ट्रेनिंग एज पर देयर रिक्वायरमेंट्स.
You have to align with
Yes,
your goals.
yes.
You know. Okay. Great.
Again, rightly said, you have to be discussing and having regular interactions with your team. Only then you align with your goal. And you get good insights from them also, where you change your direction. And that's the
Yeah,
continuous process.
top down and bottom up, both
Yes,
approaches
both
work
are
in.
very
Yeah,
important.
no, very true, very true.
Plus, training again is a integral part. It's a regular process. Every month, every level, you have trainings, you have sessions. Thirdly, most importantly, how to keep the team updated. So my team definitely goes to different exhibitions, whether it is in India or international. We make them travel, understand the new, because me teaching my older staff is a difficult task, but somebody else telling them and then explaining them, that they get different view and they feel they are teaching it. So that gives you a edge and the confidence key of leading the company ahead. And again, empowerment of the.
So one, Kelvinji, one very valid point here on training part. In fact, I have read somewhere, or somebody was asking that if I train my people, if they go, then so the other person replied that if you don't train them and they stay. So okay, so good, very good point, Kelvinji. In this journey, you must have come across some issues also where you have to get into course correction and implement new strategies because old strategies are not working. First, how flexible you are in that, and have you come across these kind of instances?
Oh, there have been major ups and downs in the industry. So definitely yes. There were uh, two major jumps which I remember properly. What we had to change the course. So in 2012, suddenly the Mumbai market got disturbed because of some permission issues and BMC issues. Things, new norms were put up and implemented immediately. So at that time, we were having 12 batching plants, and suddenly we were left only with 2. So that time we realized that our presence only in Mumbai market was not enough. So we had to spread towards Thane, Navi Mumbai, and we started spreading there.
Okay.
That's the one insight. Depending on one market was not right. We changed the course. Second bigger jump, which I remember, was in 2018 when suddenly Ireland FS and things like NBFC issues happened suddenly 2018. So that time we had to, till that time our major focus, or I would say 95% of our volumes were catered to the builders and developers only. And then again we realized depending on builders and developers was not the right thing. And then we started expanding towards the infra market, and we started focusing on government jobs and things like that. And now we have a bigger equal mix everywhere. So definitely you have to be flexible to change yourself and things, right? It's that after you learn, after you go through the bad patch, you realize what has to be done. But being flexible in changing and keeping your team flexible in changing your path is the must.
So you have to be agile. You have to change your strategy. You have to de-risk your business. That's the basic point which you are making. Similarly, Manishji, I just want to understand in case if you have also gone through maybe some similar instances
Yes.
where you have to change your course.
Yes. See what happened on the 2014. We have got one big client. I cannot name the client, but big client. Suddenly, we have got almost 40 to 50% business in our company of that customers. Suddenly, one day morning, they say from tomorrow onwards, you will not do our work. We will not give you out. That affects almost 50% to our business. The business, first week business has gone down almost 50%. Then we realize what is our mistakes. After that, client has come back after 2 years. We have done, but then we realize we are increasing our client, and we are generally what are the biggest client 10%, and then all small client. Previously, we are not targeting the small customers who are having say one shipment in a month. So we are not targeting. We are looking big, but that is always affected our business. So we are now taking all type of customers and all India level. So that is our biggest mistake that we realize now. and then we suddenly done everything work and properly. We make understand to our staff, our team members, our CEO, everything. And this is so every month I am checking whose business is more. Nobody can have a more than 10% or 20%. Then we have to increase that number of clients so that quota is reduced. So it will not affect any time to business.
Dependency कम
Dependency कम हो जावे.
We also happened to do the same mistake. At one go, we are having 70 to 80% of business with one client, and 70 to 80% are vendor also, only one single vendor in cement, because that's our biggest raw material. So this suddenly got stopped, and we had to actually run on the streets to find the customers to get the business. And suddenly one day our vendor also suddenly he arm twisted basically, but then we decided from that day on today we don't have a single customer who is more than 20% of our total volumes. Okay. 20 that we again still a very highest person of I would go 15%, but we restrict to, and same applies to our any of the vendors also. Yes. That's the course correction that we did.
It's like all the eggs in one basket is dangerous.
One more nice thing what my CEO taught me was, he just turned 10 years back with us, and when he joined us he just told us ki stop doing bad business. For us bad business business hota hai, how can any business be bad business, stop doing bad business. तो हमने कहा what is bad business, तो उसने कहा bad business is that which you don't want to do and you're still doing it for any reason maybe. So he taught us that, and suddenly we had to shut down all the bad businesses and say, I will revive it. I'll get you business. I'll not let your numbers fall. But he did that. He just got the professional team in, and the good corporate customers where we would like to do business, who are committed toward their commitments, who avoid their commitments. That's the course correction we did, the major one.
So he said in short that don't overlook something which you should look at.
No, you're doing it just because your number should not fall, and still you're doing it.
Yeah, you're right.
Some ex-customer is, he'll not
taking that extra risk.
So stop doing that.
Same like us, we have almost reduced 100 customers which are not paying on time. We have to go for the credit, this asking where is money. They're delaying 6 months, 9 months, 10 months. They says, okay, aaj deta hu, check nikal gaya. So we have reduced that from last 3 years. And now the bad debts is zero. Every year, last 3 years, bad debts is only 2 lakhs rupees.
So कई बार हमको लगता है कि जो कस्टमर थोड़ा देर से पे कर रहा है हम उससे थोड़ा ज़्यादा बना रहे हैं, लेकिन इफेक्टिवली होता ही है कि आप उससे बनाते नहीं, वो प्रिंसिपल रिस्क पे है. So okay.
It's always principal risk.
Yeah. No, good. You've given us a very good point in terms of concentration risk. We have to avoid that concentration risk. As a businessman, you should know where to. You rightly said, don't put your eggs in one basket. Similarly, when you go for this diversification and de-risking of your business, you have to get into a lot of geographies, a lot of new customers, a lot of new markets, new segments. How you analyze, one mistake you want to avoid, that you don't want to concentrate, but at the same time you should not get into another mistake of getting into a territory or geography just for the sake of diversification. So what kind of control you keep, what criteria do you set for your business when you enter a new market, maybe geography or customer, industry, whatever it is?
So 20 years back, we didn't had these tools to analyze a customer so easily. Now the industry is so open, the RERA systems are so open, the balance sheets are so easily accessible. To understand the customer, where the customer is going, what is the possibility of he sinking in or just taking a big jump is a clear factor. So before setting up a limit, so we have systems, internal systems of setting up limits for each and every customer, whether it's one of the top customer or the customer. Not a single person can authorize, even me in my company cannot authorize a certain limit. So it's a committee of 3.
Okay.
Whether it's my CEO out of 4 or 5 top management people, it's a committee of 3 who has to approve it. Only then we can increase the limit. So that checkpoints we have set. But again, this comes with the experience and the data that we have easily available in the environment now.
After a certain scale, you have to get into this corporate mindset,
Yes.
organize things, There has to be multiple people taking decision.
So previously it was just हाँ ठीक है इसका लिमिट बढ़ा दे यार कर दे चल. Today I cannot, even if you are my best friend, I will not able to drink. I have to ask the committee to approve it, and then whether it is 12 o'clock in the night or not. I am not saying that systems have being a semi-corporate. We have advantage of not being so rigid also. कि अभी वो रात को सोया है तो उसका approval नहीं आएगा. It will got step. My production gets stopped because the system is not letting you go ahead. So nowhere we are stopping that. So we have corporate culture, but at the same time we don't. It doesn't stop my system to work, whether it is any hour of the day.
So you have kept that agility in spite of this organizing committee taking that decision. Is this the same situation with you, sir?
Yeah, as per Kevin sir, so we have got also the 5 checks on the whenever the new customer comes, or my sales people will bring the new customer. The first check we are taking that we have build one type of KYC form. We are giving them. They will fill up and all the details with their turnover, with their whatever. When it comes, we have got signed with agreement with some of agencies in India. They are doing entirely. They are taking some of charges. They are thoroughly checked within 24 hours. That GST is paid, that income tax is paid, how the reputation with the banker, and they are giving okay. Then in the meantime, that 24 hours, one person will visit from my credit control team. They will visit personally. If it is in Bombay, if it is in branch side, they will visit that personally, and then they will submit the report. And the third day, myself, my CEO, and my other directors will sit, we finalize the limit, and then we will start the business. And then anything, the current customers, if we have to increase the limit. We require their why they want a credit limit, what is their last year turnover, what is the current turnover. We will take from their export manager or from their report manager, why you want more credit or more limit. With the help of that, we are increasing, but this only 3, myself, my director, other directors, and my CEO can approve. Otherwise, no one can approve.
So I understand your point in terms of how to control within the system, but also in your case, आप international business में deal करते हैं, बहुत सारी countries में जाते हैं, different mode of transport आप use कर रहे हैं, आपके customer different segments है, be it pharma और सभी तरह की companies को इस तरह की requirement होती है. तो आपके लिए सिलेक्शन क्राइटेरिया और ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट है. तो जो डाइवर्सिफिकेशन की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, दिस इज नॉट ओनली विद कस्टमर, आई एम ऑल्सो टॉकिंग अबाउट द ज्योग्राफीज विच यू आर सेलेक्टिंग, द मोड ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट विच यू आर सेलेक्टिंग, द एजेंट्स विच यू आर सेलेक्टिंग, द कंट्री विच यू आर सेलेक्टिंग. तो ये सब में आप किस तरह से बैलेंसिंग करते हैं, किस तरह से आप डिसाइड करते हैं?
इसमें क्या होता है, देयर इज अ वर्ल्ड वाइड 2-3 नेटवर्क्स लाइक वर्ल्ड कार्गो एजेंट्स नेटवर्क, दैट इज द बिगेस्ट नेटवर्क, WCA. दे आर द बिगेस्ट नेटवर्क. They are taking whoever member in the WCA, they are taking BG from them, bank guarantee from them. So about $1 lakh, $2 lakh, $3 lakh, depends upon the size of the company. They are taking BG of that company. And if we are doing business with them, the WCA is responsible for their payment. Achha. And they have fixed 15 days transaction to each others. So whoever is WCA member, they have to pay us on 15 days and we have to pay them on 15 days. So they have targeted, like there is other networks also, but they are small. WCA is the biggest. So they can control worldwide all the offices, all the agents. So if I can do the business, I can give the business to some other agents in other geography, like Africa में, नाइजीरिया में कुछ मैंने डोर डिलीवरी किया और एजेंट ने वहाँ से पैसा लिया, तो they have to remit us within 15 days. Otherwise, WCA will pay me on the 30th day, and they will responsible. So this type of member networks are there. We are taking care. Also, whenever we are traveling, we are visiting them, how strong they are market, which market they are strong. On basis of them, we'll decide them whether is WCA network or we want to work or not. That we are taking extra care.
सर कई बार क्या होता है कि प्रॉपर प्लानिंग करके हम चलें, जैसे इन्होंने कस्टमर के लिए बताया कि 3 घंटे में मुझे मटेरियल पहुंचाना है तो पहुंचाना ही है, मतलब उसमें कोई सेकंड थॉट नहीं है. आपकी भी कंपनी में ऐसे कोई इंस्टेंसेस हुए होंगे जिसकी वजह से आपकी प्रॉपर प्लानिंग की वजह से कंपनी को बहुत बड़ा लॉस होते हुए या कुछ बड़ी प्रॉब्लम होते हुए रह गई?
हाँ, ऐसे तो होता ही है, क्योंकि हमारी इंडस्ट्री में एक कहावत है, पैसेंजर स्पीक्स, कार्गो डजन स्पीक्स। कार्गो कहाँ भी छूट जाता ना, वो बोलता नहीं भाई मैं रह गया, क्योंकि हम फ्लाइट में नीचे होते कार्गो वाले। पैसेंजर कहाँ भी रुक जाता है तो बोलता है, तो वो चिल्लाता है, कार्गो बोलता नहीं है कहाँ रुक जाए। वैसा ही वाक्य अभी हुआ था बिफोर से 2 मंथ्स बैक। ऐसा हुआ था, कोई बड़ी कंपनी का एक माल था यूक्रेन जाने के लिए, यूक्रेन में जो वॉर चालू है वहाँ जाने के लिए उनके स्पेशल इंजेक्शन थे। अभी यूक्रेन वाले हर एक कंपनी के स्पेसिफिक परमिशन देते, वैलिड टिल टुडे मिडनाइट। उनके पहले वहाँ माल पहुँचना ही होता है। कुछ बड़ा माल था, 8-10 टन माल था। यहाँ से एक डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट जाने वाली थी वहाँ वॉर्सो तक। वॉर्सो से बाई ट्रकिंग जाता है, पोलैंड से बाई ट्रकिंग जाता है यूक्रेन, क्योंकि यूक्रेन में एयरक्राफ्ट अलाउड नहीं है। तो उस टाइम मंडे का दिन था। मंडे अभी इन्होंने क्या किया, और वहाँ यूक्रेन में इंपोर्ट परमिशन जो होती है हर एक चीज़ की, पार्ट नहीं अलाउड करते, फुल शिपमेंट वहाँ पे पहुँचना चाहिए। ये बाय एयर था। कम से कम 800 रुपये किलो माल भिजवा रहा था पर एयर फ्राइट। मंडे हुआ, हम लोगों ने ऑल कस्टम फॉर्मेलिटीज़ करके एयरलाइंस को दे दिया। लास्ट मोमेंट पे कुछ फ्यूल प्रॉब्लम की वजह से एयरलाइंस थी, उसने आधा माल ही लेके गया, वहाँ पहुँच गया। डेडलाइन था ट्यूसडे नाइट। तो कस्टमर भी आ गए, उनके डायरेक्टर भी ऑफिस में आ गए सुबह से, बोला आधा माल गया, हमको दूसरा माल पहुँचना ही है आज रात को, और वहाँ फ्लाइट नहीं था दूसरा, यहाँ से बॉम्बे से स्पेशली। तो बैठे, मेरे सीईओ को बुलाया, फिर सोचा अभी नया क्या कर सकते हैं। तो हमने देखा वो डेस्टिनेशन में कौन सी फ़्लाइट फ्लाई कर रही है और इंडिया में कौन से पोर्ट से फ्लाई कर रही है। तो हमने देखा वही एयरलाइंस की मंडे नाइट से, अरे ट्यूसडे नाइट सेम फ्लाइट थी, जो डायरेक्ट फ्लाई कर रही थी। दैट इज़ द फास्टेस्ट वे। मगर बॉम्बे से आधा माल ट्रांसफ़र, ऐसा जनरली सबका मानना था कि ट्रांसफ़र नहीं होता है, क्योंकि आधा माल बॉम्बे से गया और आधा माल दिल्ली से नहीं भेज सकता है, या तो बॉम्बे दिल्ली भी आधा माल नहीं भेज सकता है। आई इमीडिएटली कंसल्ट टू द कस्टम ऑफिसर, ही सेज भिजवा सकते हो, आपको क्या इमरजेंसी वो लिखो, तो विल टेक अ स्पेशल परमिशन फ्रॉम द कमिश्नर ऑफ कस्टम्स एंड देन विल सेंड इट। वी हैव स्पोकन टू कमिश्नर ऑफ कस्टम्स, ही सेज ओके यू कैन गेट इट। ना बॉम्बे से दिल्ली माल भेजना था, इतना 5 टन माल, 5 टन चला गया था, 5 टन माल बाकी रहे। कौन सी एयरलाइंस लेके जाएगी? इंडिगो की कैपेसिटी 500 किलो, दूसरे। फिर आई गॉन टू एयर इंडिया, कि एयर इंडिया की फ़्लाइट है 2-3 दिन में 10 फ्लाइट है दिल्ली, हर एक की कैपेसिटी 5-5, 6-6 टन है। उनको रिक्वेस्ट किया भाई कैसे भी करो, ये गवर्नमेंट उधर का लाइसेंस एक्सपायर है और यूक्रेन जाना है स्पेशली, दे हैव ऑल्सो हेल्प। एक ही फ्लाइट में पूरा माल भरा के चला गया। वहाँ से जो शाम की फ़्लाइट है दिल्ली की, दिल्ली से वॉर्सो की, उसमें चला गया। क्लाइंट इज सो मच हैप्पी, उसने अप्रिसिएशन का लेटर दिया पूरी टीम को। वी हैव ऑल्सो गिवन अप्रिसिएशन लेटर टू एयर इंडिया, टू कस्टोडियन। दिस थिंग दिस इज, आप नहीं होते तो कुछ नहीं, ये नहीं होता था। That's why Magnum has got
No,
reputation.
it's a very good example for customer satisfaction and
हाँ.
customer relationship. How you approach funding and investment to support your growth in the business?
See, first of all, when we are planning to, every year we have got budget. So we are planning almost 20%, 30%, whatever the branches manager comes, HODs comes, they are preferring 10%, 20%. Preferably management. Management first thinks, okay, this time we have to go 20%. How much finance we need for the 20% growth? Because generally in our industry we have to pay airlines, shipping lines maximum within 30 days. The credit goes to between 90 to 120 days. Then we have to depend upon something, either banker, either personal finance, whatever it may be. So basically we always, first preference will be bank. Previously we got these cooperative banks, but now cooperative bank has set up a limit everything. So we would, before 1.5 year bank, before we have changed our bank to IndusInd Bank, and then we are more now to take any type of customers, like within 90 days we can take a good customers. So because maybe IndusInd Bank is fast, Previously, when we have to renew our facility, it will take 2 months time on cooperative bank, and we have to go to cooperative bank directors, we have to sit them, we have to answer them. With the help of IndusInd Bank, it is almost 15 days within I put my request, and they have seen my file, our growth also. So they were approved, and we especially thanks to IndusInd Bank also. Again, we also seen the clients how paymaster they are in the market, because client is not new. We have to take somebody's client. So we will also take a review from one or two friends, that how and we can cross check with their bankers. We can see their GST payments, how they are doing. So on the basis of that, we are finalized whether we have to take this client. After taking, what type of credit facility we are giving. See, some of big clients want a 180 days, but we are not giving. We said we don't want, because that type of profit, again margin they are not giving. Then there is no use to do the business. So better 90 days 90 days business is okay, giving good profit and the long lasting.
Good point. So just to summarize, what you are saying is your selection of client is basis one, what is the market reference, you do a lot of checks, and basis that you define that it is a good customer,
Yes.
and you want to deal with him.
Yes.
Now next comes is how much credit you want to give him.
Right.
That is the basis on which you go to banks and financial institution
Right.
to fulfill that requirement. If that money is there, then you are ready to give credit, because your first check about how the customer is already been done.
Right.
Okay, so this is the way you are approaching, and so finance is one of the most critical part in your business.
One most important part in the every
So
industry. Maybe my
so we are the most important partner for you.
Yeah,
I believe.
definitely.
Okay.
So in our case, what happened was, initially first 10 years, we had just seen 100% growth.
Okay.
So that 100% growth, obviously, when you're growing at that speed, your banker has to be so that fast,
Absolutely.
because that kind of money you're going to borrow from them. So now that you have learned and just stabilized, and once 100% growth every year, reaching this I think 400 crores we had reached within 10 years. So that story has been now taking care. Now bankers have been 20. See, if you want to have a 15-20% growth, it will definitely, you just require internal accruals, and it will help you out to sail through. But if you want to go beyond 50%, you will definitely require your banker partner to help you out. And that's where, and the main crux of it is, the market is not going to wait for you. The client will get, if you're not catering it, somebody else will cater it and take the market share.
Day will run out.
So to have the capturing that market share, you need to have that, your working capital needs immediately. It cannot wait for you, and that is where how prompt your bank is acting and getting you get that order from the market.
So opportunity, if you want to cash, you should have money at the right appropriate time.
Right time.
Before the time, maybe appropriate time, before the time also. Yes.
आपके बिजनेस में कुछ डिजिटल टूल्स आपने इम्प्लीमेंट किए हैं विच इज़ हेल्पिंग यू इन टर्म्स ऑफ हाउ यू आर डूइंग you were doing this business and now how you are doing this business now, how the things have changed or evolved in this business?
The digitalization has changed a lot in our case specifically. Now that we see at this juncture, I can tell you which vehicle is at what point, delivering what quantities to which customer in a click. I can just tell you what is the quantity of stock available in my particular plant in that particular silo.
Okay.
That is the control I have. My customer will know at which juncture his vehicle has reached to deliver, and what's the driver number, what's the vehicle number, everything he has already, once the dispatch is done. So that is the level we have reached. My vendor approval system, whether it's delivered to my plant and left, once he leaves, previously used to sign the challan, delivery challan. Now it's digitized. The authorized person will approve on phone. So the paperwork which we used to have, if I see my 10 years paperwork, I have around, which we have to maintain as per income tax norms. So there are around 4 to 5 flats which are maintaining that stock of papers.
Okay.
And today my 10-year stock is hardly one room.
Okay.
That's the difference you are seeing.
No, digitization has helped everybody, I mean, in small or the bigger firm. Very important discussion, very important, sharing of thoughts by both the distinguished leaders of respective industries. We got to understand that customer is the most critical part, how important people is, how critical is the process, improvement in process. You need to be dynamic, you need to change with the time, and you need to keep your people on the front. Once you achieve the scale, it is very difficult to manage individually, and once you have to accept market reality and move accordingly. So one last question to both of you. I will start with you, Calvin ji. Any advice which you want to give to our new entrepreneurs who are starting their new ventures, how to conduct themselves?
So, most important part is keep innovating, keep implementing those innovation ideas, keep empowering your next line, and same does this next line does on these next line. That's more important. These are two important factors. Rest, be loyal to everyone.
Great, very important and intelligent advice, I would say. Manish ji, if you want to add something on that.
और मेरे हिसाब से सबसे बड़ा न्यू स्टार्टअप में बिना देखे और बिना सोचे मत कीजिए कुछ भी. सी एवरीथिंग. ये इंडस्ट्री अच्छा है, चालू कर दिया. ये इंडस्ट्री अच्छा है, फाइनेंस मिला, चालू कर दिया. दैट इज़ वेरी बैड. वी हैव सीन लॉट ऑफ startup open and close within short time, and the finance or whatever, they are crying. And then if I burn my this finger, मेरा हाथ जला हुआ है कि यार उसको फाइनेंस दे के मैंने गलत कर दिया, फिर मैं दूसरे को भी नहीं दूंगा. तो उसके लिए जो भी आप स्टार्टअप करें, दैट इज़ नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, बट 2 बार सोच के समझ के सामने वाले को कितना नुकसान हो सकता है अपना फेल जाने से, वो सोच के आगे बढ़े. Nothing else.
So in summary, you have to plan well, you have to understand your resources, what kind of arrangement is there in terms of finance, what kind of knowledge you gained in industry. I mean, just don't jump because somebody else is doing. So very good piece of advice. I think it will go a long way and we'll obviously learn a lot of things from you. Thanks for your time. Thanks a lot. It's really insightful. Manish ji and Calvin ji. Thanks from the entire team.
Thanks Deepak ji. It was nice interacting with you, and thanks to you as well.
And thank you IndusInd Bank for supporting.